everyone, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for this hairstyle. I wore it, well, a very similar version of it in my March favourites video, and a lot of people requested for me to do a tutorial, and this is actually based on a Cheryl Cole picture that I saw. I saw this picture of Cheryl Cole and she still had loads of volume in her hair, and you know she always wears extensions, but in this picture she didn't have her extensions in, and I fell in love with her hair. It's not exactly the same obviously because unfortunately I don't look like Cheryl Cole, but hopefully you guys will find this interesting. I've used my BaByliss Conical wand for this. You guys were asking me to show you how I use this. Really easy to use. Just a couple of hints. Just be careful you don't burn your hand. Secondly, always make sure the wand is pointing down when you're wrapping your hair around, but you'll be able to see the technique that I use in the video. This is a really good style if you've got hair that's growing out like mine is. I'm actually in dire need of a haircut at the moment, and I really wanted to go this week, but I actually always go for my haircut and go to the salon with my mum. It's like a little bonding thing, and we go shopping and we go for lunch and stuff. So she's on holiday at the moment, which is why I'm waiting for her to get back so that I can have mine done. At the moment my hair doesn't look good straight, shape's gone from it and it needs a trim. So this is a good way to kind of get through that period, or if you're growing your hair out and I don't know, or even if you're just a little bit bored with your style. So I'm going to cut to the tutorial and hopefully you'll find this helpful. Okay, so what I'm actually going to be using today to curl my hair is the BaByliss Conical wand. I bought this from Boots, so I will link to the Boots website in the information, but I'm really happy with this. So I will just switch that on, and I'm going to turn the temperature all the way up to the top because we want this to hold in my hair, and also my hair is really thick. I'm going to be doing quite big sections, so we want it kind of hot. So I'm just going to leave that to heat up. It doesn't take long. While that's heating up, we're actually going to put some heat protectant in our hair. I'm just going to be using the Schwarzkopf Got To Be Guardian Angel. Just let that dry because we don't want it to kind of steam up when we put the heat on. Just kind of run your fingers through that until it dries up a little bit on your hair. It's looking really boring today and straight, and I've just had it up like this in a big bun, so it's all a little bit, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm absolutely desperate for a haircut. So this is a really good style when your haircut is completely grown out and it looks ridiculous straight like mine does. I'm just going to take a clip. I'm actually going to do my hair in 3 sections, so the bottom third, middle third and then top third. So we'll just take the bottom third first of all, flip my hair down the back of my head and just pull it to either side. Now that this has stopped flashing, we know that it's ready to start using on our hair, and I'm actually going to take this whole section because these waves are actually quite big. We don't want them to be really defined curls, we want them to be quite big loose waves. So I'm going to take this whole section of hair and I'm going to wrap the hair around the conical wand away from my face. Much more flattering to kind of take this away from the face than towards the face, especially with shorter hair. Longer hair you can get away with it a bit more, but shorter hair you want to make sure you go away from the face. And you can see that's just a really loose wave. The bottom ones we don't want to be too tight. I'll just make sure I've got the ends. We don't want the bottom ones to be too tight because we want to keep a bit of the length. We don't want the hair to like curl all the way up and lose this kind of length that we've got. So do this on the other side. Again, going away from the face. We want those bottom ones to kind of be a little bit straighter at the ends, like I said, to just maintain that length. And do the middle third now. So again, I'm taking quite big sections. No real important technique to grabbing the sections, just quite large ones really. And again, curling away from the face. You can see that nice wave that it's given. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the rest of my hair, parting it from the back and doing each bit away from my face. Okay, now we've done this layer, I'm going to move on to the top layer, and it's up to you here whether or not you want to include your fringe. In the photo, Cheryl Cole kind of had parts of her fringe like back in the curl, so whoever did her hair, I doubt she did it herself, whoever did her hair would have kind of included the fringe in that curl, and you can do that. You can kind of just run it up and down, which is what I like to do, just to give it a little bit of lift. Or you could, I don't know, include the whole curl in, whole fringe in the curl. It really is up to you. You could even kind of part the hair and use the conical wand and the curl to kind of take the fringe away from the face. That's what I like to do sometimes, and just kind of twist it back like that. And it's a good way of disguising a fringe if you don't want to include it. I think maybe I'll do that actually because I quite like that parting. So there's a lot of things you can do if you do have a side swept fringe. Well, it'd have to be a longer fringe. If you had a shorter one, obviously you're going to have to leave that as it is. But if you want to make this more of a Cheryl Cole look, then you could always do that with your fringe. So again, I'm going to take a few sections and just wind them back. You want these to be quite big because you don't want really tight curls on the top of your head. So just taking the conical wand, and I'm actually doing it kind of up and back this time to give us a lot of root lift and a lot of height, because Cheryl's hair in the photo is got a lot of volume. But if you still struggle with volume, I've got a few products that I'm going to show you later on that you can put on at the end that will give you more volume. And then if you've got any section at the back here like I have, I just kind of bring that up and wrap it around the wand. You don't want to be left with any straight sections at the back that you haven't quite curled, because that doesn't look good. I haven't actually messed any of these curls up yet, so what I'm going to do is just run my fingers through them, kind of separate them a little bit, and it just makes them more into kind of nice waves, and you can just kind of twist them away from your face like that. And I'm going to use a few different products on there that will be really beneficial if you do suffer from really limp, kind of thin hair. Mine's already got quite a lot of natural volume because it's thick, and I've got layers and stuff, but these would really probably help you out. The first one is a VO5 one, and it's from the new range. They've just reformulated everything. I'm testing some of them out at the moment and I'm really impressed so far. This is the Give Me Texture Style Spray. Put a few squirts on this. Just put a few squirts of this on your hair, and it just kind of gives your hair a little bit more of a beachy texture. It's similar to those sea salt sprays, but it's not a sea salt spray. But it's just like a texture spray. Just be careful you do spray it from quite far away, because the first time I used this I sprayed it too close and it went a little bit crunchy, but if you use it correctly it doesn't happen, so just kind of mess that up a little bit. Another product that I'm going to use from the new VO5 range is the Give Me Texture powder. I've actually used some of these before, the Conical one and the Lee Stafford one. I mentioned those in my volumizing video, and VO5 have come along with one as well. What you kind of do is just sprinkle it into the roots of the hair, and don't forget to massage it in because it is white but it does disappear really quickly. And you get a lot more volume, as you can see. I didn't put a lot on because my hair's already quite thick, and especially when it's been curled like this it does already have quite a lot of natural volume. But if you have thinner hair, what you could do is, as we've sectioned the hair off, be applying this in each third as well to get extra volume. That would always be a good thing to do if your hair was very, very fine. And then all I'm going to do is set this with a hairspray. I'm going to be using the Tresemme 24-hour body amplific. This is good again for volume, which is what we want, so I'm just going to spray this on. And that's it. It's the kind of Cheryl Cole style waved hair with the BaByliss Conical one that you guys requested. So I hope this video was helpful. All the products that I talked about will be in the information bar, but I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.